Many animals, such as the African elephant, live in a matriarchal society. African elephants live in herds, with women or matriarchs in charge of the herds. The herd's top matriarch leads with confidence and the ability to detect and alert others to danger while working as a unit to raise their young. Matriarchies can also be found in other animal groups, such as bonobos, lemurs, meerkats, and ants. Human societies, like the African elephant, are led by women. These ladies are fierce, loyal, intelligent, and simply badass. Here are 10 female-led societies, and a woman can accomplish anything. And I have a deep respect for women. So, today you will be surprised to learn that there are 10 societies, and they are led by women. Number 1 is Minangkabau. Minangkabau is the world's largest matriarchal society, located in the eastern islands above Australia. This culture, in which women are respected and even favored, is home to over 4 million people. Having a daughter is frowned upon in some cultures, but not here. Because women are the leaders of Minangkabau society, the family name is passed down through the women, and property is passed down from mothers to daughters. Grooms live in the bride's home after marriage, and despite the impression that women control everything, men and women contribute equally in Minangkabau society. Boys leave their mothers' homes at the age of 10 to live in men's quarters and learn practical skills and religious teaching. Men hold religious and political positions with the consent of women. While the clan chieftain is always male, women assist in their selection and can remove them from office if they are provoked. Number 2 is Bribri. The Bribri tribe, located just off the coast of South America, is a small indigenous group known for growing all of its food, medicine, and construction materials. The clans of this self-sufficient society are made up of extended families. Every person belongs to a clan, which is determined by the mother and female lineage. Because the father's clan does not raise boys, men are only allowed to raise their sisters' children. Because only women can inherit the land, growing and harvesting their food becomes more sustainable and achievable. Agroforestry encourages foraging and food gathering from natural flora and fauna sources. Providing necessities for their families is a source of pride and leadership shared by the women. Women are the only individuals who can prepare a drink for sacred religious rituals or momentous life events such as marriage, funerals, or even the announcement of a pregnancy as a sacred honor. Number 3 is Khasi. The Khasi people are one of India's last matriarchal societies. Khasi children are given the surname of their mother. Women go to the market to work and sell their wares, while men stay at home and raise their children. If a husband works, he may even work in another city, splitting the family's income but increasing his earning potential. When a couple marries, the groom moves into the home of the bride's parents. In addition, the groom will adopt the bride's surname. When children arrive, the youngest female will inherit the most money and the family home, but this inheritance comes with the responsibility of caring for their aging parents. Men inherit less than women, but if he has any sisters, the women inherit more. Although the Khasi society is more equal in terms of responsibility sharing than others, women continue to hold the majority of power. The people follow Indian government laws, and many Khasis practice Christianity, with some families incorporating men as family patriarchs, as seen in Western culture. Number 4 is Masuo. Masuo people are a small community in China's southern provinces. The house matriarch has the final say in their culture. Lineage is traced through the women of the family, as in many matriarchal cultures. When a child is born, they become a member of their mother's family and live in a multi-generational home with blood relatives. Walking marriages are practiced by Masuo people, in which a couple does not live together but enjoys each other's company at night or when it is convenient. While many walking marriages are long-term, if both parties are interested, women can entertain other men. Because lineage is passed down through the mother, there is no such thing as an illegitimate child. Because children are always raised by their mothers, the father has a minor role in their upbringing. If the land is to be passed down through the family, it must go through the maternal line. After their mother, the oldest daughter will become the next matriarch, and even adopted daughters can become matriarchs. Number 5 is Nagavasi. Nagavasi's people live on a large tropical island near Indonesia and Australia. Food production is the focus of life on the island, much like it is for the Bribri of Costa Rica, and women take the lead in successfully carrying out such a massive undertaking. Every adult woman has the right to farm on her ancestors' land, which is passed down to her daughter. The tribe's husbands and men do manual labor such as clearing the land, farming and harvesting the actual goods. Though marriage is not widely practiced, a couple is considered married if they are seen together, sleep together, and the man helps them with their land. Number 6 is Akan. The Akan people, who live along the Gulf of Guinea, are another matrilineal society led by women. Because their culture is based on maternal ancestry, positions in the financial and political world are assigned based on the mother's lineage. In Akan culture, men play an important role in the lives of their sisters' children, but not their own. Men hold positions of power, but these positions are inherited and passed down through their mothers, sisters, and daughters. Men are expected to support their family and female relatives and typically associate with female family members. While men play a more traditional family role, women are free to associate with all group members and seek to care for the entire clan. Number 7 is Umoja Uzao. The Umoja Uzao is one of the newer female-led societies. This all-female village, founded in 1990, began as a refuge for women in abusive relationships and girls fleeing forced marriages or genital mutilation. Women previously belonged to the Samburu tribe, where women were considered the property of their husbands and played subordinate roles in society. If a woman was raped, her husband would expel her from the house for being unclean, leaving her with nowhere to go. Umoja Uzao became a haven for runaway and homeless women. Women who fled their violent homes came to Umoja, often bringing their children with them, creating a haven. Umoja means unity in Swahili, and the Umoja people work to educate others about their rights. To support their village financially, they host a primary school, make jewelry, and entertain tourists. Men are not permitted to live in the village but are permitted to visit. The only men permitted to spend the night in the village are those who grew up there. Number 8 is Meghalaya. The Garo, India's second largest tribe, is another tribe in the hills. The Garos, like their Khasi neighbors, pass property in political succession from mother to daughter. The youngest daughter usually inherits her mother's property. Men govern society and manage property in a matrilineal but not matriarchal society. Garo is also a feminist, which is why the properties are owned by women but governed by men. The marriage of a daughter is frequently arranged, and the husband moves into the wife's home. Interestingly, despite the marriage being arranged, the union can be dissolved without stigma. Number 9 is Nubian. The Nubians are inextricably linked to the Nile River. For hundreds of years, the Nubians cultivated land along stretches of the Nile River, feeding their families with agriculture and animal products produced by the river's rich valley and soil. Following the construction of dams in the 20th century, the Nubian people were forced to relocate and seek work elsewhere. While the men went out to find work, the women stayed at home to raise their children, care for the elderly, and cultivate what land was available. Due to the harsh environmental and working conditions as laborers or mercenaries, the men would frequently not return home. Art, storytelling, music, and even Egyptian royalty are all part of the Nubian culture. While many Nubians have converted to Christianity, their culture remains a matrilineal society dominated by fierce, unyielding women. Number 10 is Hopi. A few Native American tribes, like many of the clans and groups mentioned above, follow a matrilineal pattern rather than the traditional patrilineal society. The Hopi people are primarily a sovereign nation in Arizona, following their laws as outlined in the Hopi Constitution. The Hopi people live a matrilineal lifestyle, earning family names and tracing ancestry through the mother's side. After a child is born, the paternal side of the family gets to name the child, but only the paternal woman can submit a name for consideration. The names are combined, and a single name is chosen. It can be a native name, an English name, or any combination of the two. Only during significant life events can the child change their name as they grow. Women are in charge of the home and the children, while men are in charge of agriculture and warfare. So, these are the top 10 societies that are still run by women, and let us know what you think in the comments section. Thank you.